Hello everyone, very good evening. Emcee Thamizharasan here from Chennai Event Emcees, entertainers and professionals, Event MC, MC trainer, MC manager and the founder of the above brands. Currently virtual event MC and online event organizer. In this video what I'm going to share is like I have given in the description, when you teach you learn more. So I'm going to share something about it. In fact everyone knows this and a lot of us accept this proverb, but most of the time we may hesitate to accept the fact. But today I had a great experience. Not only today, in the recent times I've been getting a lot of experience on this, and I need to strongly admit it. Only when you teach you learn more than sitting somewhere for learning. More than that, when you teach someone you have more responsibility. So that's what I'm going to share over here. Before that, there are 2-3 things about this. One is where you should learn, from whom you should learn, and what are the benefits of teaching. So there are 3 different things: where, from whom, and what are the benefits from the trainer's angle. So basically, where and whom, I would like to answer this first. For example, let me take an example. Let me take a real life example. What I'm going to share over here, like what I have been doing a lot of research in the last few months. One is the Zoom video conferencing software. Once the lockdown started, I started using Zoom and I started learning it from different people. I went to Zoom's website. I saw video related to Zoom. I saw different international trainers training on Zoom, and also Task Academy. Tamara Karthik also trained me something on the Zoom, and I asked from some of my friends, my mentor Dr. Maraja. This is how I got trained myself on Zoom from different trainers. And what is the advantage from each person is each person, if they have already applied it, if they had already taken sessions on that, they will be teaching us what are the basic features that would be needed for us. But if you go to Zoom's website or from someone who is very technically strong, they will be teaching us everything in that 1 hour, 1.5 hour sessions. They will teach us everything. This is also needed for us. Sometimes we will also need something from the subject matter expert. For example, let me take an example. I'm a trainer. Sometimes I train other MCs on Zoom. When it comes for the technology related stuff, I train them on the Zoom session. Is a separate session in my MC training module, whether it's for my direct MC trainees or whether I'm going to do it for any other organization. So it's a separate model, and I'm going to train them. And there is another person who can train them on Zoom as well, who may be directly from Zoom, or maybe who's a very strong technology based trainer but not an MC. So what's going to be the difference between these two is, let me take the other person's example. Definitely you are going to learn a lot from him, like whatever the features even I'm not knowing. For example, some of the features I still haven't used, like the breakout rooms, and there are some more options which I've not yet started exploring, but definitely I'll be doing that in due course. But you'll be learning all those options from the other trainer who is very technically strong, and you get to know, yes, these are the features that's available in Zoom. That's one way. That's the biggest advantage, which you will not get when I'm going to train you on that. I'm going to train you only on the limited things, whatever I know. Okay, that's the first case. Second case, I'm going to train you. I'm not going to train you on the entire thing. Rather, I'm going to train you only on the specific thing. Okay, now what's going to happen? What's going to be the difference in this is coming from the MC's angle. I'm an MC. I've been successfully hosting a lot of events in Zoom, and I've been using the features that whatever is needed for a particular event. In that case, I know that yes, this technology or else this is going to be useful for you. For example, when I train you, or when I've not used certain features, which means either I'm not aware of that or I'm not in need of that feature. Like if at all I'm in need of that feature, definitely I would have explored that. That doesn't mean that I know everything over there, but at least I would have made some attempt. For example, if there is any problem with my video or something with my background, I would have attempted that. Okay, people say that there is something called as a green mat or the virtual background. Let me try whether Zoom has a virtual background option or not. Then I would have tried that. And of course, I have found out that Zoom has a virtual background option. Like how I'm doing in my Instagram live, I have a green screen, like a virtual background over here. Same way, when there is a need for a functionality, definitely we explore, we find it, and then we teach to our trainees or whoever we are going to train. In that case, when you get trained from a subject matter expert from your own field, it's easy for you. They are going to teach you what are the basic functionalities you need to know. Instead of teaching you anything and everything about the Zoom or whatever the software, I'm going to teach you only 5 to 10 features, which is what you are going to use in your event, because that is what I have been using in my event. So that is advantage when you get trained by a person who is also in your field. So you need both the persons. I don't say that you have to, if you are an MC, you have to get trained only from me. Or else if you want to know everything, you have to approach only the other person. It's up to you, but I'm giving you the pros and cons for both the things. Like I'm a person, I would like to get trained by both the person. For example, I would like to mention one person name also here, MC Sanjay Poddar from Pune. He is one person whom I have been following for quite a long time. I have been admiring, and in fact he has given me business, and I've been talking to him regularly. And I saw one of his courses, something on the video influencing. As soon as I saw the course, I decided that I'm going to get from him. like paid. It's a paid course. I'm going to get from him. I have not yet paid. Definitely, I'm going to get it from him. Rather, I have attended so many other MCs training also. Like they have been trying to put in so much of course. I have seen that course also, but I didn't want to pay there because I know that I've been following the people. I know that people who have been doing it with integrity, who have been doing it as day in day out. For example, Sanjay is one whom I've been admiring. As soon as the event is over, he comes back home. I don't know if he has a team or not, or I don't know whether he's doing it or not. But as soon as the event is over, he create a video, he create a show reel, he create some posters for them. So I have seen someone who has put things into action. I've been seeing all those things. So rather than getting myself trained on all those things from someone else outside, if Sanjay is going to train me on that, that's going to be easy for me because I've been following him. I know his output. So same way, at the same time, I wouldn't stop only with Sanjay's training. I will also go to some other video course training also when I'm affordable, when I'm able to spend money on that, and I'm able to spend time on that. I'll also go to someone who is master in video making, who can teach me everything and anything about video making, so that from there also I can take some tips and I can apply that. So with this, what I'm trying to say is, try to have both type of trainers for you. If you're a trainee or if you like to learn, have one set of trainers who is master in that field, and master in the field in the sense what is the core you are taking. If it's Zoom, take someone who is master in Zoom. And at the same time, if you are an event anchor, or if you are a trainer, or if you are a speaker, counselor, get trained by someone who is already doing something good. But not everyone will teach you. For example, if you are a counselor and if you are going to approach one more counselor who is doing very well, excellent job in Zoom, and definitely most of the time people may not teach you because they don't want another person to master your skill in the same field. But you people know me, like myself and Nandini and whoever in our team and Dr. Maharaja. We are ready to share our knowledge as long as we are going to apply it. We are there to support you. We don't see you as a competitor. We see you as a collaborator. So we teach you. That's what, when I plan for an MC workshop where I'm going to teach Zoom, some of them say that no, don't do this because people will learn it. Then how are you going to get the business? But I never feared for the market competition. But still, we conducted a workshop where we taught games with collaboration with Thamizharasan Karunakaran Karthik. We organized a games activity for the MCs where they learned it and they can also apply it. Out of that, I also got a lot of MCs contact. I got good name from them and we have very good rapport with them now. Likewise, just have two set of trainers. One who is mastered in that particular thing and the one who has mastered in your field. So definitely you'll be learning a lot. So this is what I wanted to share over here with regard to the trainers. Now coming to the trainer aspect in relation to the topic what I've given, when you teach, you learn. Like as I said, I've been using this Zoom functionality and whatever I know, I've been trying to do that. But when I wanted to take a session for others, then I have to be, even though I cannot say I have to be perfect, at least I should be something better than good, or I should say that I should be excellent in that, so that I can teach them. Because without knowing anything or without me applying it, I cannot tell the people this has to be done, that has to be done. For example, whenever I take them the training, I tell them that regarding the video clarity, I show them the difference. When I come on my laptop webcam, what is the clarity? When I turn on my light, how is the clarity? When I come on my mobile, what is the clarity? So they should understand what are the difference. At the same time, when I take them the training and I tell them that the camera clarity has to be good, but my camera clarity is not that good, I should tell them the reason also why my camera clarity is not good. I should tell them that if at all I'm going to host a proper event, I come with a proper clarity, and the rest of the time I'm just come with my normal camera to save the time. Likewise, you should have a proper justification, because integrity is very, very important. What you teach people, you should also apply that. Sometimes, not always, because as a trainer, you will have certain other shortcuts, which sometimes you may not train the people in the first go, but later you teach them. But there will be slight difference, but not huge difference than what you teach and what you are going to follow. So when I'm going to teach them, like when they ask the doubts, I get sometimes I get stuck over there, and all of a sudden I think that whether this is right or that is right. For example, I can say one example over here. Whenever, this is what we teach all our trainees, whenever you want to introduce someone, a male, you have to add the title Mr. before them. And whenever there is a doctor, you have to add doctor before them. Mr. is not needed. Now the questions come, some of them would be introducing a person like Mr. Thamizharasan sir. I would like to welcome Mr. Thamizharasan sir, which may look little odd. So now the questions come whether you have to address a person as Mr. Thamizharasan or Thamizharasan sir or Mr. Thamizharasan sir. Then we had this question, in fact, to be very honest, in the last session we had this question. But I didn't have the actual answer immediately, because for the last 9 years I've been hosting, along with Nandini, we have been hosting for 5-6 years. But still this question didn't come in our mind, because we know the answer for this, but we have been doing it subconsciously, like how you're pedaling a cycle, or how you're shifting the gear in your two-wheeler, your a bike. It has been programmed, it has gone to your subconscious mind. You don't even know, you're not even aware that you're doing so many tasks over there. Likewise, Since we come from the corporate background, psychology background, and Nandini is coming from the MBA, HR background, this has already gone into our subconscious mind. So we know that this is what right, but we have been following it without even knowing which is right or wrong. We have been doing it, following it right. But when a trainee asks that, or when a collaborator asks us which is right or wrong, then we think it. Now we need to give the answer from the conscious level. Then we start thinking that finally we came with an answer like, when you are going to talk to people about a person, then you can introduce them as Mr. For example, when I'm going to introduce a speaker, now I'm going to introduce, okay, now ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome Mr. Ramnath onto the stage. In that case, Mr. is good enough. Rather, when I'm going to talk to the person, for example, when I talk to the person, Ramnath sir, can you please adjust your camera, or sir, can you please adjust your mic? In that case, I wouldn't say Mr. Ramnath, even though that's also allowed. But when I'm not a very popular MC, or when I'm not a celebrity, or when I'm not of a very great category or caliber, what it's good to say that Ramnath sir, unless they're a foreigner like usually UK people, they say that they don't like to be called with sir, or in Indian context, definitely sir is allowed. So what I'll do, I wouldn't call him as Mr. Ramnath, can you please adjust your mic? Instead of saying that, I would say Ramnath sir, can you please adjust your mic or the camera? Rather, when I talk to the audience, now I would like to welcome Mr. Ramnath. So this is the difference we found it. When I say this, you may accept this, but to arrive with this answer, it took almost like 10 to 15 minutes for us to discuss, like 4 or 5 people discussing, even though the answer is in my mind subconsciously, but it took some time for me to bring it at the conscious level. Likewise, when you train people, like when we are giving the technical training in Zoom today, again, there was some confusion for me, like whether how it works, the host options. But still, when I was doing the event, I didn't have this confusion because I have mastered it to a certain level. I know that this will work. But when I teach someone, I need to do a lot of changes over there. In that case, I have a lot of doubt. So now what I'll do research tonight. I will log into my Zoom. I'll try with different permutation combination. And tomorrow I'll answer for them. Likewise, when you start training people, when you start teaching people, definitely one thing, you get to know what you know. Only because when you create the PPT or when you create your training module, you know that yes, these are the things in my mind, these are the things I know. That's the first thing. Second, when you start teaching them, everything comes out of you, and once the entire stuff is over from you, you need to upgrade yourself, you need to upskill yourself, you need to learn more. Third thing, when you teach something, when someone asks a doubt and you're not able to give the answer, definitely you'll do the homework and you'll try to find the answer. As a good teacher, you need to do that. So that's the reason I mentioned, as you teach, when you teach, you learn more. So if you like to learn more, definitely start teaching others. Sometimes people say that when you start teaching others, they become a competitor for you. As I said, I never treat others as competitor. As I teach them, I also grow. And I like to mention one more person's name here, Praveen Vadalkar, one of the public speakers, one of the public speaking trainers. You can watch this. You can also follow him in the YouTube. There was a video on the Teachers Day, I guess. That was he raised a question. As a trainer, as a teacher, if your student overrates or if your student gets a better name than you, will you be happy? And his answer was no. And you can watch the video in his YouTube channel. You can search in Google as YouTube as Praveen Vadalkar. And you may be wondering like, why did he say no? But you'll get an answer over there. Let me give a clue over there. The reason why he says no is, a trainee has come to me. I'm training him. He has grown. But what I have been doing, when I'm training someone and I'm not growing, am I sitting idle? For example, I come here after graduation, after doing a double degree or something, and I'm growing at this smaller level. My trainee is coming, is growing at a bigger level. And will I be happy? As my trainee is growing, I should be happy. But when I see my context, I shouldn't be happy, because why am I growing only so much? I should have also grown this much, right? So that is what he's trying to say, that as a trainer, you should also keep yourself upskilling. Not only you shouldn't stop with training others, you should also get yourself trained. That's what myself, I do. Myself, Nandini, or even my mentor, Dr. Martha, still is getting trained. Every day is learning. He's getting trained by international speakers. So that's what there is a proverb like, one who dares to teach should never cease to learn. You should never stop to learn. So be a good trainer. If you want to be a expert, if you want to be a master, train others, teach others, and also you keep learning and try to solve others' doubt. Just don't ignore that. Once they ask doubt, try to do some homework, get yourself upskilled, and also teach them that. If you like to contact me, you can contact me on my mobile number 900-308-7198, alternate number 86102-57395. You can get to know more about us in our website virtualeventmcs.com, and also you can like our Facebook page Virtual Event MCs, and you can watch our videos in our YouTube channel Virtual Event MCs, and also all other videos in Chennai Event MCs and Chennai Event MCs live videos. And those who are in my Instagram watching this video, or those who are going to watch this in my YouTube, or if you are watching in my YouTube, the poster what you are seeing at the back, it's the Kerala's largest career guidance digital conference organized by 3G. We had the All India level conference last month, which had more than 15,000 participants and more than 50 plus speakers. Same way, we have the state conference for Kerala now, and the next week we are going to have it for Delhi. and then for Punjab, and we are also coming for Tamil Nadu, which is going to be a huge conference. So you can also take part in this as a participant. You can take part as a volunteer to promote this event, and you get a lot of perks for that. And also you can be a speaker as well. If you like to be a speaker for these conferences, you can approach me. You can contact me on my mobile number as I given before, and we'll be able to give you certain details how you can associate with us as participant, volunteer, or speaker. Whatever it is, you can visit the website www.3gmelife.com, and it will be asking for a registration code. If you want to register, you can use my code 004, or if you're watching this through Nandini's channel, you can use Nandini's code 003, or if you're watching it through my mentor Dr. Maharaja, you can use his code 002, and you can register and you become a participant for that. If you want to become a volunteer, you can also let us know. You can WhatsApp me and we'll be able to guide you if you want to become a volunteer or if you want to become a speaker. Looking forward to meeting you all in this great conference. Have a great time. Emcee Thamizharasan signing off.